Good morning. In today's video, we will do the 7th chapter of the English Literature Reader First Flight. So the chapter that we are going to take up today is Glimpses of India. So many images of people and places come to our mind when we think about our country. So India is a diverse nation. The picture of diversity can be seen in the festivals, the culture, the dresses, the landscapes, the flora and the fauna. So you also know that apart from the British, the Dutch and the French, the Portuguese, they have also played a part in the history of our country. So can you guess which parts of India show French and Portuguese influences? Yes, you are right. It is Goa. So the Glimpses of India has 3 parts. The first part is A Baker from Goa. Then the second part is Coorg. And the third part is Tea from Assam. So in this video, we are going to take up the first part, that is A Baker from Goa by Lucio Rodrigues. So A Baker from Goa. So this is a pen portrait of a traditional Goan village baker who still has an important place in the society. So first of all, what do you understand by the word pen portrait? So portrait, you understand? So pen portrait is like when you write about some place and give a detailed description about that place. So the other person, after reading that, can visualize it. So that is the pen portrait. So this lesson also begins with how the narrator's elders, they used to recall the time when Goa was under the rule of the Portuguese. A Baker from Goa, it revolves around the relevance of a baker in the Goan culture, and it dates back to the time when the Portuguese, they ruled over the city of Goa. So the Portuguese, as you know, they invaded Goa in 1510 after defeating the Bijapur Sultanate. So the Portuguese, they ruled their rule. It lasted for about 450 years, and this duration, it has influenced the Goan culture, the cuisine, the architecture. So we can feel a touch of Portuguese culture in the culture of Goan people. So this Portuguese, although they might have left a long time back, but the bread makers, they still continue to be there in the Goan society. So in this story, we are going to read about the Goan culture. So the author, he recalls his childhood days and the excitement on seeing a baker. So the children, they were quite enthusiastic, and what they would do is they would run to the baker as soon as they used to get up in the morning, and they used to just be there with the baker as they wanted a bread from him. Our elders are often heard reminiscing nostalgically about those good old Portuguese days, the Portuguese and the famous loaves of bread. Those eaters of loaves might have vanished, but the makers are still there. We still have amongst us the mixers, the molders, and those who bake the loaves. Those age-old time-tested furnaces still exist. Furnaces are the enclosed structure in which materials can be heated at a very high temperature. The fire in the furnaces has not yet been extinguished. Extinguished is to cause a fire to cease to burn. So the thud and the jingle of the traditional bakers bamboo heralding his arrival. Heralding is announcing. In the morning can still be heard in some places. Maybe the father is not alive, but the son still carries on the family profession. These bakers are even today known as paders in Goa. Pader is a word for baker in Portuguese language. So in this story takes us to the time when the Portuguese were there in India, when they ruled Goa. So they were known for, they were famous for the bread. Although the Portuguese, they have left the country, but still the bakers, they hold an important place in the Goan society. So the narrator, he found that the elders were reminiscing nostalgically. Reminiscing is remembering. Nostalgically is thinking fondly of the past. So the narrator, what he says is that he find the elders talking about those old good days when the Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread were there in the Goan society. So they were like the Portuguese, they were ruling Goa that time. So they are always found remembering remembering the past. So the Portuguese, they have left the country, but the bread still exists, and the bakers, they are referred to as the padders. So everything that was there, the mixers, the molders, the furnaces, everything that the Portuguese used, they have survived the ravages of time. So this sound of the arrival and the thud of the bamboo, it announced the coming of a traditional baker. So it can still be heard in some of the places, like it was heard when when the old people, they talk about the Portuguese rule in India. So the father, he might not be alive, but the legacy is being continued by their son. So they are still there into the business of bakers.